Yes. Oh, yes, baby. You know what time it is. Let the confetti rain and all that stuff, man. You know what time it is. From the Rocky Mountains of Utah down to the Panhandle of Florida, this is 100 Proof Football, baby. We back. We back. We've had a couple months off season. Let you do your thing, relax, watching a little hockey, or baseball, or softball, or whatever it is you be watching when the football ain't on or when 100 Proof ain't on. But we are back. My name is Paul Kleckler, as joined as always by my co-host Adam Pope. Man, it feels good to see your face on this channel again, man. How you feeling, baby? Hey, let's not get out in front of our skis or skates, if you will, you know. But maybe one day down the road, you know. It depends. It's what the people want. I'm here for the people, baby. Oh, what's up in the chat, baby? Shout out to the chat. They talking about NASCAR. Bojo's been talking about that NASCAR since last year, man. Yes, sir. Jay Mills, we've been doing our thing, Jay Mills. It's the off season, man. It's depressing. It's a low point when football's over with. You know what I mean? I've been keeping up with my Seminoles. We about to win the national championship, and keeping up with my Steelers. We gonna try to make the playoffs. We'll let you know. We'll stay tuned, man. Are you muted? They say you got no audio.
Is that better?
Yeah, that should be better. I think. Hold on, I think we got you now. The chat was on you. They want to hear what you got to say for some reason. I thought they just showed up for your pretty face, but apparently they want to hear what you got to say, man. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Let's see then. Oh, maybe it's on my end. It is on my end. There he is.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
There he is. Hey, we got to knock the off-season rust off. There he is. Hey, we're back. We're back. I got all these red buttons. Which one of these launches the nuke or which one of these launches the show? I'm not sure, man. We're back, though, man. Talk to him, Adam. Tell him everything you already said.
Oh, man, it's just good to be back. I think they already dialed in when I said 100 Proof Hockey on mute, but then you alluded to it, so I think they could put the pieces of the puzzle together. We did 100 Proof Masters, and we won somebody some money. Did we not?
Which one of y'all, which one of us, was it you that called the guy that didn't qualify, or was it you that called the guy that almost won it and choked it away on Sunday?
No, you're the one that called the guy that choked it away on Sunday.
Oh, that's right. At least I won somebody some money.
But I was going to say, we got 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
Rom and Koepka. You said Koepka because of the FSU connection.
And he had also won Orlando Live like the week before.
Yeah.
So he was on a streak, so I felt good about it, you know.
Yeah. Well, let's not get too far into golf.
You gotta get in the Patreon and the Discord to get our golf picks. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be deep in the donation field. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get way up in there, baby. Let's go. Man, it's been a crazy off season though, man.
Yeah.
So we don't have any games to pick. We don't have any bets to make, NFL-wise. I mean, we might get a vault bet or two. But let's just go ahead and kill the confetti and start the tab for the off-season show. You ready?
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Right, let's start the tab, baby. Here we go.
You want to start tab?
I've not yet begun to defile myself.
Open bar, dude. Tonight, we're getting fucked up.
I love scotch. I love scotch. Scotchy, scotch, scotch. Here it goes down into my belly.
Yes, sir. He said Rom won him $750 plus. Cheers in the chat. Let's see. You stay with 100 Proof all off season, man. You get on our channels, get in our dark web, and then you can know what's going on. It pays extra to get in the dark web.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You got to pay extra for that kind of action.
Oh, yeah.
It ain't the front web. It's the back web.
I started thinking about it today, that this whole AI thing that is going really crazy and gotten everybody nervous, it takes all their information from the internet. We're on the internet now. So now the AI is smarter when it comes to gambling some football.
I will drink to that, dude. Here's to the, you know what? AI might be the death of us all, but now we're fucking culpable. We have now conspired with the AI to end humanity, dude. Especially, but in the meantime, maybe win some money about it. You know, so live it up, blow it, and do it big, man. It's been a crazy offseason. The draft is next week. Be our second annual mock draft release next week. Are you hyped for that? What?
I didn't sleep yet. I'm always hyped for the after the combine, pre-draft, and all that stuff.
We've been watching it since we studied up, doing our homework, got some tutors, good looking tutors.
But we were on it last year.
Dude, we had a live show and a live stream for that. We're gonna do it both again this year. We mock drafting next week and live streaming the draft the next day.
I'm down.
We doing it for the people. Let's go. If you want to be here for that, that is what's happening. If you want to know what the draft is going to be like, and then for live reaction, we're also going to do something really fun next week. Same bad time, same bad channel next week, because 100 Proof is back coming at you. We're involving the chat in the mock draft next week, so it's going to be a new little twist. It's going to be fun. We'll tell you all about it. I'll tell Adam all about it when we end the show. All right.
Thank you.
All right. It's gonna be a real fun thing, man. But all right, before we go on chat, Adam, everybody, what you drinking on? We back. What you drinking on, Adam?
America's oldest, finest beer, a traditional Yingling lager.
A beer near and dear to my heart, man. One of my all-time favorite beers. I can't get it still out here in these Rocky Mountains. Every time I see it, I just wish I could put my lips on it, but I just watch your lips instead. You know what I mean? And that's all I can get off of it. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm gonna have to just go harder than that because I can't do that. So I'm on a Herradura Reposado, baby. What's wrong with that, man?
Oh, nothing.
On ice. We don't need no lime. We don't need no mixers. We on ice.
Is that a sipping tequila?
It's a, ooh, let me see here. Oh, yeah, that's a sipping tequila right there. I'm down with it. I'm down with it, man. All right. So, lots of news we can get to. Some of it ain't important enough to get to. But we're going to throw it to my man, Adam. What's the off-season news that has or hasn't happened? Because there's two storylines on top of my head that haven't happened yet that everybody's talking about. But has or hasn't happened that's on the front of your mind, on the tip of your tongue, sir. Start us off, baby.
All right. Well, since you're going to talk about everybody that wants to talk about, let's talk about everybody that doesn't want to talk about. There's two young QBs out there a few years ago that are going to be looking for a new home. Trey Lance, Zach Wilson.
So
you
think Trey Lance is gone?
Oh, he's gone. You do not have Purdy, already name him a starter, and
Big
then bring
cock
in Sam
Brock,
Darnold.
baby.
Yeah, and then have Sam Darnold come in. I mean, you don't have that if you have faith in Trey Lance.
I agree.
And
Big
I'll
cock
make
Brock, I
this
called
guy.
it last year. I don't think it's a vault bet. I should have taken that vault bet. But Big Cock Brock, I know I said it last offseason. That's your starter. It's over with. Over and done with.
Over with. Yep.
All
Unless
right,
he can't throw. If he
I'm
has
glad-
that Matthew Stafford elbow kind of thing, like
the rubber band elbow, baby. Yeah, I'll drink to that. Big Cock Brock is the starter.
cheers.
How about Big Cock Brock leading the show? I didn't expect it today, man.
He led the Roofies. You might as well lead us into the offseason, baby.
Shout out to the Proofies and everybody that won one. I think the only people that are in the chat won a Proofie. So there it goes. It pays to be in the chat, baby.
You're on pace to win it next year.
Odds are. Maybe minus 150. All right. Hey, well, I want to lead it with something that I'm going to call an audible because you didn't take what I was going to take, what I thought you'd take. So I'm still not going to take it to leave some low-hanging fruit around for some of the meat of the show. How about Ezekiel Elliott, bro?
Yeah. I was going to touch on him later.
I mean, just do it behind, closed doors. We're going to be touching on Ezekiel Elliott too much.
Well,
you know what I mean?
said low-hanging fruit and meat. I was thinking you're in a Speedo.
Bruh.
Hey, man. But seriously, cut by the Cowboys. Now, I've read some reports saying that he may re-sign with the Cowboys, but they had to cut him from that deal to restructure and just get a clean slate. Because Tony Pollard running strong, man. Got a lot more juice in the legs and the cuts, a lot more top end speed. I think at this point in their careers, I mean, they ran Elliott to the ground before the Cowboys were ready to really make a run. So let's start right now with Elliott. We can vault bet it. It ain't got to be that serial, but is Zeke gonna be back with the Cowboys next year?
I don't think so.
Me either. So I'll drink to that. Cheers.
Yeah.
No vault bet necessary. All right. Yeah.
There's
Tell me
three
why
things.
you think so. All right, that's what I want. Oh,
All right.
3 things. Go ahead. I
Well,
only have
there's
one thing.
three different
I only
parties.
have one thing.
Yeah, well, you got Zeke as a running back. You got the organization of Dallas Cowboys, and then you have the unknown organization. So Zeke, I mean, if I'm Zeke and I'm putting that hat on right now, I'm not going to get cut from a team and renegotiate. No, you just restructure my contract.
Oh, so
You might
you're
pay-
just going butthurt about it. Like,
Well, I
he's
mean,
not signing
how
because
are
his
you
butt
not?
hurt.
Yeah,
I feel that.
You
I
ran
feel
my
that.
ass to the ground. I've provided for the Dallas Cowboys for
Ooh.
years. I had one bad year, and you know what? I wasn't all the way healthy, but I still was out there. I didn't complain. So, I mean, there's one, and you're in the upper echelon of your years as a running back with the knees and all that good stuff. There's only so many miles he has left.
Tread on the tires, so to speak.
Yeah. So you either got to get paid for the last few years of where you're worth, or you gotta like suck. And I don't think he is in that mindset right now. Like, I'm still in my prime. I just had a bad year. Dallas Cowboys, there's no way they're gonna have 2 starting running backs. I mean, you're still gonna pay him if he stayed there, and I don't think they're interested, especially when you got young legs on the draft coming up. And then that third party, this is where I was kind of like salivating. I want him as a Lions.
Oh.
You remember Jamal Williams? Kind of came out of the blue. You got Swift. That can, I mean, a 1,500-yard back in Swift if he wants. Dynamic. But you know what? If he got injured or something, Zeke can, I mean, Jamal Williams last year was over 1,000 yards and had set the rushing touchdowns for the Lions. Zeke could do that for the Lions and improve. He's a valuable player for the Detroit Lions.
I like that. See, and I will give you credit. I'm going to give my
Big brain.
co-host some credit, man. Shout out to him. There's a reason that, I'm telling you, he's a handsome man. But that's not the only reason that we co-host this show together. I love his tunnel vision, his periscope looking down the road, man, and what could possibly happen, because that would be a great landing spot for him. Another one would be Philadelphia. If the Eagles, man, if the Eagles sign Zeke, same division, he's familiar with all the opponents. He could give the fucking Eagles insight on what the Cowboys running and what their scheme is. You know what I mean? Like, he would be very valuable to an Eagles organization. Another team I'd like to see him with, potentially, the Bengals. Potentially. There was a lot of rumors about Derrick Henry maybe going to the Bengals, but what about Zeke now? You know what I mean? Henry is not a free agent currently, or is not released yet, but Zeke is. So, and even the Jets. So there's 3 teams, but I think the Jets going to be all right.
I
Assuming
don't think the Jets will go for it.
Well, assuming our guy comes back good from his ACL rehab that cost me a fantasy championship last year when I drafted him. In your league that you commissioned.
Brees Hall?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I was winning the whole thing until he got hurt. But anyway, all that aside, before I answer my next thing, I want to ask you one question, because I have one word answer, 2-word answer, whatever, to why I think Zeke is not coming back. Which was the question of this? Do we think Zeke is coming back to the Cowboys? Because there's rumors that could happen.
Yeah.
Do you think that Pollard is the guy? Is he the guy? Or is he still a timeshare role? And chat, what do you think too? Shout out to the chat. Marshawn Lynch in the chat. What's up, chat? Beast Mode, what's going on, man? Chat, let me know what you think as well. But is Tony Pollard the guy in D-Town, man, in the Big D?
Short answer, I'm going to say no. And I think he had a great year. And honestly, looking at the tape last year, very explosive. Very explosive. So why am I saying no? I have no idea. It's just a gut thing. I think once the teams get tape and, you know, it's tough to kind of duplicate. Everybody has those years. Get some, again, tread on the tires. I think he'll have a lackluster year of what people are expecting him to be. I think he'll have an awesome fantasy season, but for the Dallas Cowboys, he's not going to be the Zeke of like 3 years ago.
So they're getting another running back
Yes.
through the draft.
Yes.
So you're on the Bijan Robinson camp.
I like that pick, but I'm not on him yet.
I
for
see.
the Dallas, but
See,
yeah.
that seems to be the purveying thought process from what I can gather in the ether is that Dallas is going after Bijan Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Which I get it historically because they, you know, Jared, excuse me while I pour myself another tequila. Jerry Jones, you know, he loves a good running back. He used to, you know, he won the Super Bowl when he had our boy Emmitt Smith. But he also just had to go through that contract renegotiation with Ezekiel Elliott, whose contract he just got cut from. And it's a different era today. And these running backs cost too much when they get drafted that high and have to re-sign. So either he thinks Bijan can win them a title in the next 2-3 years, or he wants them long term. Now the flip side is maybe he learned from Ezekiel Elliott and he will give Bijan that role and he will have more longevity with the Cowboys, having Pollard to spell him. I don't think so, man. I think Pollard is their back. I think Tony Pollard is the one-word answer to why he's not going to be back. I think Pollard can do it all. And as Jay Mills half pointed out in the chat, he's a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper. And there's running backs every fucking year. And the best ones may even fall to the second round. So if you want to take a running back in the first round, you got your damn pick just about.
All right, Dalvin Cook reference.
I mean, just saying. I mean, hey, I didn't even go there, but thanks for proving my point. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think they're going to run with Tony Pollard, get him somebody to spell him. And it's a new offense. Mike McCarthy's running the show now. I don't think I think if they're smart, they know they're a year or two away from the Super Bowl. They could be Super Bowl champions if they do it right in a year or so. But I think they're going with Pollard. I do not think they go Bijan Robinson. I don't think Jerry Jones wants to have that much cap space locked down and tied to a running back again and be in that same situation when he even made a joke during the Ezekiel Elliott negotiations about Pollard looks good because Zeke was holding out and Pollard was running in the offseason and, you know, it was like a little bit of some beef and they cleared it up real quick. But Pollard's good, man.
I mean, Pollard's good. He's going to get 80% of the carries this year.
So then you don't draft a first-round rookie to give him 20%.
That's what I said. I'm not on the Bijan train.
Okay. So then
I said I wasn't on that train yet. And now things could change in a week or so. But I'm not on there yet.
Stay tuned for our mock draft to find out what we really think. So cheers. We both don't think Zeke is back. All right.
Cheers.
Didn't expect to leave the show with Zeke. Lots of things to talk about, man.
Yeah, everybody probably thinking like Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson,
Yeah,
all that stuff.
we can go to one of those guys now. Yeah.
We go with unwanted QBs and Ezekiel.
Hey, Jay Mills says Bijan to Dallas. So Jay Mills in the chat. Hey, stay tuned next week, chat. If you want to have your own say in what your mock draft might be, you should come back next week, man. We might have something for you where the chat has their own mock draft live while we do ours. How about that, man? So that would be awesome, man. All right. So after the Zeke, let's go to the main subject. Is it Lamar? Is it Aaron? Is it Derek Carr? Who is the main biggest story for this offseason?
I mean, right now, I think it has to be Lamar. I mean,
think, or not Aaron Rodgers?
No, I think Aaron Rodgers. I don't know.
No, go Lamar. I don't want to steal your thunder. Go Lamar. Yeah, I asked you and you went Lamar. Go ahead.
Yeah, Lamar, because he's it's a very unconventional offseason. He's his own agent, which could kind of sabotage him right now, and kind of blackball him. NFL owners do not want to kind of pave way because there's a lot of money to be made dealing with agents. And let's get the contract, let's deal with the agents, we don't have to deal with the player, whatever. So the agency, the NFL free agencies and stuff like that, they don't want this to happen either, because then the next few people, it just makes a lot of people out of a job. However, and you kind of you pay for what you get, you know. So if you're your own kind of agent, you might have to go through some bumps, and that's what Lamar's going through. This is also a free look into like being a capitalist. Like, hey,
Hashtag capitalism.
I'm putting myself out there.
Bruh.
It's just tough. If I was Lamar Jackson and I see Danny Dimes making $40 million a year, and then Jalen Hurts making $51 million, like, come on, like, I was at league MVP. I know I got some issues the last 2 seasons as far as injuries, but honestly, I felt like coming back last year. But did you see my receivers?
Right.
I didn't have them, so I had Mark Andrews. So my injury kind of prolonged, so I can give you the best Lamar you deserve. But yeah, Lamar, he should be making. I wouldn't pay him that much, but he should be making 40 to 50.
More
easy.
than Danny Dimes.
Oh, easy, yeah.
Maybe less than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has been to the Super Bowl, and Lamar Jackson has not. So there's that.
But you got the MVP.
But you got the MVP, which we 100-proof MVP was Jalen Hurts last year. Let's not keep it real. So that's not something to scoff at.
That's more important.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's not to be discounted. Jalen Hurts did win the 100-proof MVP last year. But, yeah, I agree, man. Like, at this point, he may be effing himself, man.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to go back to the Ravens. There's no way you can go back to the Ravens. If you go back to the Ravens and you put that visor on your helmet next year, just put scrambled eggs all over it, because you got egg all over your face. No matter what you're doing. You know what I mean? You're looking like a fool, man. If you go back to the Ravens after all this. Now,
I don't know if they're
they talking about getting a receiver now.
Yeah. Odell Beckham.
They talking about it. Is it official? It ain't official.
They're talking about Hopkins.
They talking about it too. So I think that's just things you talk about to make Lamar Jackson be like, oh, really? You're gonna get DeAndre Hopkins, really? All right, but no, man. Say, hey, I don't care who you get, pay me, and then we'll figure out who we getting.
Well, I think
or
if they
get them
signed,
first and then show me, and then maybe I'll take a cut.
I think that's what he alluded to too, through like Instagram or whatever. It's like, yeah, you sign him, then we could talk.
Yeah, because they
Or
really
you
have
can pay
done
me,
him wrong.
and we can talk.
It's been one of my talking points on our show for a minute. Like, it's historically known how the Packers have not drafted Aaron Rodgers, a first-round weapon, receiver, anything in his entire career.
Yeah.
But Lamar Jackson is the other guy that hasn't gotten that. But nobody talks about him that way. You know what I mean? Because he runs around, so I guess they think that it wouldn't matter if he had a number one receiver like that, game changer. But it does matter. It does matter, and I think it matters to Lamar Jackson. So there is a vault bet. Should we open it up? Let's open up the vault, baby. It's time, man. We haven't been there in a few months, man. I love it. Yeah, there's a lot. We can recap the vault while we're there, but let's open it up, man. There's a lot we got to settle up on.
Yeah, as long as we opening up the vault, this is a good time for the chat. Do you want us to talk about an individual person or a team, a scenario? You throw it out at us and we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
It's
chat.
y'all's
Yeah,
league.
we want you involved, so you let us know. Jay Mills talking about MVP for most valuable pooper after that one game he left for halftime early, waddling to the back. Oh shit,
Is
man.
that DK Metcalf when he had to shit himself?
I don't know. He's a Florida fan, I think. If I remember right, he should be very
Oh,
familiar
the
with
running
that.
back?
He should be very familiar with that. I don't know, man. He's a poop expert, man. All right, let's see. But I think January 8th this year. That was one of our last shows we did this year.
Oh shit!
Lamar Jackson stays with the Ravens, a fifth of 101 versus a handle. So I owe you a fifth if I'm wrong, but if I win, I get a handle because that was you got the field on that one, man. So look at that. We got a lot settled up on. We have to tally this when we have more time and time to drink together and hand that off, man. But we got a Paul, Adam.
We got the
Adam.
Brady.
It looks like you're ahead. No, there's a Paul. You might be up on me. It looks like you're up on me a bottle or two. But we'll figure all that out before it's over with. But it's good to revisit the vault again, man.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Southern Yankee makes the cruise.
Yep, that's what I thought you were talking about.
Oh, there's one we got to do. Southern Yankee is going on the SS 100 proof, baby.
So, yeah, I'll have to be putting $100 on red or black. I'll leave it up to him, and then we'll split it.
And then, y'all splitting it now. I didn't know that was the term.
Split. He gets the winnings if we win.
Oh, split with him. That is right.
I get
It
my
does
chip
say
back.
split. That's right. There you go. All right. J Trav, we got some of these I forgot we made, man.
Yeah, the Brady stays with the Bucks.
Well, we'll see how that goes.
FSU makes a playoff, and you bet Bo Jones.
That was
on the
our
chat.
very first chat bet, dude.
I like it. I like it.
We finally involved a chat with Bo Jones.
I'm gonna have to get Marshawn or J Mills on some Alabama bet.
Oh man, Bama's over with, man. The dynasty's over, man. Just so you know.
Yeah, I like
I'm glad to tell you. I mean, yeah, you had a good run. Just glad to tell you it's over with. Let's close this vault back up, though, man. All right. Coming back to our beautiful faces, beautiful mugs. So do you still agree to that bet you made? You don't have to be cool and just double down. Do you still think that Lamar Jackson signed somewhere else in the Ravens?
Yeah. If I was him, I'm done. I'm done with the Ravens.
You would think so, but if they sign one of the receivers, I'm worried. I feel even better about my bet.
Well, it can't be Odell. I think Lamar will be like, dude, you're injured. You're getting up there. I think he's close to 30. So is Hopkins, but Hopkins takes PEDs. He's not going to get injured. Hopkins, when he came back last year, he was still a beast.
They would still be the best receivers he's ever played with, either one of them.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then you still have Mark Andrews.
He's got to go to a place that's got better options than that if the Ravens sign those guys first, I would think. I mean, and get paid because he wants to get paid. But with Jalen, let's transition to the next category. Jalen Hurts, excuse me. I'm like overlooking at J Mills in the chat. Jalen Hurts. Shout out to J Mills. What do you think about that deal, man? Do you like it? He's the highest paid QB in league history, above Mahomes, above Brady, above Allen, above Burrow. Do you like it?
I mean, I'll wait for him to answer, but I like it because the bar keeps on moving up. It's never going to go down.
So you think it's it's inflation, basically?
But yeah, it's inflation. But I wouldn't pay it. I'll be honest. But I wouldn't pay Danny Dimes. I wouldn't pay half these players what they're paying.
Danny Dimes. That's one we got to talk about, too. Hurts, I mean, look, that motherfucker lucked out. In his contract year, he had a good-ass season. That's like the time to do it. You know what I'm saying? Now,
yeah.
If you know me, ain't nobody been in Jalen Hurts' corner like me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know.
Hey, all the
You're preaching
listeners,
a good word all season.
All the OG listeners to the show know what I'm talking about, baby. But the leap he made in the NFL, from Alabama to the NFL, and then NFL, his career, is insane. It's insane.
I don't think it's insane.
It's insane. The guy was inaccurate. You don't usually see people get more accurate. You see people that learn a scheme, get better anticipation, get better inside of an offense, but you don't see people get more accurate. And very often.
Josh Allen did.
And he did. Josh Allen's one of them. Jordan Travis is another one.
Yeah.
Yo, we got some of those folks in here. But that's a rare thing. Maybe it's going to be more common nowadays, but hey, I'm an old guy, man. I'm almost middle-aged. I'll get there before too long. I've seen a lot of football. That's not a thing you see often. So I'm proud of Jalen Hurts. I'm happy for him. I don't know that Jalen Hurts is worthy of the best.
I thought you were reading.
What are you going to say? What are you going to say?
He said Hurts is better than Burrow due to
No.
running. No
way.
I'm taking Burrow. If I had to pick, if I was a GM.
Oh,
in the NFL,
chat.
now,
Oh,
fantasy, it's different, but GM,
amen.
I'm taking Burrow.
All right,
Easy.
real quick, off the dome, since Jalen Hurts is the highest paid QB in history, off the dome, active quarterbacks right now, you're a GM. Who do you want on your team before Jalen Hurts? Go.
Mahomes, Burrow, Allen. I don't know. It starts to get kind of muddy after that.
Those three are guaranteed, for sure.
Yeah. Well, other than that, I don't know. Lamar injuries. I mean, Hurts protects himself. He can last a whole season to this point, taking the hits. Who else you got? Russell Wilson after last year?
No
Fuck
way.
no. Dak Prescott injury, and he had some bonehead
One injury.
moves. I know, but bonehead moves. Well, I thought he had the
I put
finger,
Jalen. That's a good comparison. I put Jalen on pre-injury Dak Prescott level.
I wouldn't say pre. I mean, he was injured at Mississippi State too. So,
But Dak ran a lot more before that last,
yeah,
where he's like banging his foot on the turf trying to fix it.
I would actually go Trevor Lawrence right now over Jalen.
Ooh, I like it.
I
I'll
should-
drink
I
to
shouldn't have-
that.
I shouldn't have
Cheers.
said that.
No, I
because-
like it. I will drink to that. Trevor Lawrence. I will take Trevor over Jalen right now if I'm a GM.
If I was a GM, I'd probably.
Actually, I think they're equal. I would
The
take
higher
whichever
ceiling.
one's cheaper and gives him more cap
Rodgers,
room.
I think, is on the way down.
Yeah, he's
so
too
I'm
old.
not gonna.
Not for long term.
It's a 1 or 2 years, and I don't even think his heart's in there. It's what I'm reading.
I don't
And to
know.
me, it's all about heart, which makes Jalen more attractive to me.
Speaking of heart and Aaron Rodgers, so I agree to pretty much everybody you said. No big cock Brock. You would take Jalen Hurts over big cock Brock?
Yeah,
Yeah, I would too.
I got 3 seasons to watch other than
I
like
don't care
6
how
games.
hung you are in the shower, man, and don't do nothing on the field, baby. Let's go. Hey, we've all seen Brett Favre's wiener, and he won a Super Bowl, so that don't mean anything. You know what I'm saying, bro?
I still never seen that man's wiener.
Well, it's not
I've
too
never-
late. The internet is a thing. You can look it up.
No, I'm not gonna look it up. I'm good.
He lied. But how about Aaron Rodgers, the elephant in the room that nobody's talked about, man? Is he going to the Jets? And if he doesn't, where the hell he going? Because everybody assumes he's going to the Jets. Talk to me.
It's the Jets,
It's
and
the
it'll be
Jets.
next week.
J.E. next week after the draft.
It's before the draft. They will trade during the draft for Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, it'll be announced. Oh,
And I think it's more of a player on Green Bay's end. Like, hey, drag our feet. They don't have a quarterback. They're going to be desperate. That's the perfect time to trade a quarterback. You don't have. That's your missing piece. You got the defense. You got a running back. You got receivers. You need my guy. Now, what's not good is like Arizona Cardinals a few years ago that's already said they're taking Kyler Murray with a number 1 pick on their roster, and they had to trade the Miami Dolphins for the 5th round or some dirt cheap shit. That's how you not do it. Green Bay's showing Arizona how to do it. So that's my thing.
I think he goes to the Jets too because, with that much smoke, like, what are we really talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But all right, so we all think he goes to the Jets. The Jets are a Super Bowl contender, right? Instantly, right?
Yeah. I would
Right?
I'd put them. I mean, I'd put them in the playoffs.
At least
easy.
wild card. They might not win the division over the Bills.
Such a tough.
They
Well,
might.
Might.
Yeah, I mean,
Bills
that's
had a clean buck. You still got the Dolphins.
Oh man, what a great division if that happens, dude. A great division
Yeah.
already.
The Patriots going to be sucking.
Finally, damn. I ain't mad about it. Sorry to be a biased host over here. But let's play a quick game. If he doesn't go to the Jets, where is he going? Or is it just like there's no, like, it would be so out of left field that nobody has an idea?
I think he might get desperate, and I don't know. It depends on after the draft, after that point, which I think his stock for Green Bay will go down. Because after the draft, either those shitty teams already drafted a quarterback for the future, so Aaron Rodgers is just a placeholder then.
I mean, he's a placeholder now, except a placeholder that can win it all. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's still got 5 years on the tank if he's committed.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So you have a few drafts that you can like lowball this season, lowball next season, and then start preparing. Get that Jordan Love or whatever kind of quarterback where you can wait for 3 more years.
Jordan Love, hype to the chat if you're a Jordan Love fan, man. I don't know if there's anybody in this fucking universe that is a Jordan Love fan, but if you like Jordan Love, I'm drinking you. I got to pour a little something in my glass right now. I'm running out. Got my Herradura. Hey, I got to get my, I've been a little slow this offseason on the drinking front, man. So it's time now. The SS 100 proof is coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it's
Few
time.
weeks.
Woo, less than 2 weeks. No, it's 2 weeks from 2 weeks and 2 days. 2 weeks and 2 days. The SS 100 proof set sail. So cheers to Jordan Love lovers and cheers to SS 100 proof Voyagers, man. We're ready to go.
2 weeks and 1 day. 100 proof drinking around the world.
Drinking around the world, baby. We ready. We ready. I hope the world is ready because we coming. So, all right, man. I've been picking a subject, tossing it to you, and telling you to talk about it, man. It's your turn, man. It's your turn. What's one of these off-season subjects nobody's talked about? Chat, you let us know if there's somebody you want us to talk about as well. But take the subject and run with it for the next go, man. A lot has happened. There's a lot.
So am I going with it, or you
Going with it. All that. I'm always keep interrupting you. You know that.
Yeah. So, same division, but let's, counterpart on the opposite side of the ball. We almost touched on it. Well, I think I kind of briefly touched on it, but not in depth. You got Aaron Rodgers, you got Josh Allen in the same division, but let's go down south to Miami. And you know what they're doing? Got Jalen Ramsey, your boy. And to put that on the opposite end with Howard, dude, which both of them are all pros at their best. And now I think Jalen's not going to be the Jalen of Jacksonville, and he had his moments in LA, but you can see the regression, in my opinion. He still gets burned on deep passes and stuff, to where when he was younger, he's still physical, but when he was younger, I don't think he would let those deep passes go as much, because I think he was more, this is the NFL, whatever. Now I think he's almost overconfident. But I mean, it's great to have in that division if you're going to go against Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen. So way to think before, those guys have the QB. So you're going on defense.
The Dolphins are a super interesting team.
Super.
For a lot of reasons, good and bad. A lot of good. Can your QB, is he okay, man? Is he going to play the season, man? Is he right? If Tua can come back and play right, let's go. And if not, let's sign Lamar Jackson and let's go.
That's where I had Lamar going to begin with.
I know that was another thing I was alluding to. I said you have good foresight, man, to see what might happen down the road. It hasn't happened yet. Seems like the best possible place for Lamar Jackson, but they're not gonna. Man, if you're an organization that paid Tua that much money, and you just sit there and basically throw him on the bus and say, you're like, sorry, dude, we don't believe in your health. You're killing the man's career, because at that point, you have told every other 31 teams in the NFL that if you take him on, you're a liability. Like, you're liable for this guy. Like, we drafted this guy first round, paid him much money, and we say we're worried about his health. So if you then take him on and then sign him and try to play, you're taking an onus and a liability that doesn't usually come with drafting a player at your quarterback, or just signing a player at quarterback, playing a quarterback.
So can we talk about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're Miami Dolphins GM right now, and you're stuck with Tua. How do you get? From what you were just talking about, you want out of the Tua agreement. So
I didn't say I wanted out of it. And I don't think that the Dolphins want out of it. And I think that I don't know, man. It's a human, like, there's a weird human component to this that doesn't exist pretty much anywhere else. And that is this guy's life and career. I mean, he's like, what? Mm-hmm. He's 25, 6. I don't know how old he is, but around there. He's no older than 26. He's probably younger than that. If you cut him because of his concussions, you have ended his career. It's done.
Yeah.
It is done.
Potentially. He's 25, by the way.
25. Yeah, you have kneecapped his whole career. It's done. It's not just a regular free agent. He's a free agent with an asterisk or a vial of poison attached to him. Because if something else happens, the other organization is fucking the bad guy with the way this climate is, the political climate and all this stuff. You know what I mean? And Will Smith on TV talking about, tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that stuff. So
or slapping you.
Yeah. So I think they have to stick with him. I think he's a stand-up guy, great human being, and he had a good NFL season when he played last year. Mm-hmm. If anybody's gonna believe in him, anybody's gonna roll with him, they have to. So even though I think if you want to be cutthroat and winning is everything, if I'm the Dolphins, I call Lamar Jackson yesterday. But they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it.
Yeah. If I was the Dolphins, I would probably try to get about 4 games of good Tua to showcase that he is back. Like, he can make all the throws. He can read the defense.
So you're trying to do what I said and trade him without having the bad juju.
I'm trying to trade him.
At that point, Lamar's signed somewhere.
Well, yeah. Lamar's gone. But you're just trying to get some chips to get another QB. Unless you're 4-0, and then you're like, I gotta roll with this guy for another year. But I mean, again, when a quarterback says I was about to retire, but then I learned how to fall, like, I don't want a quarterback learning how to fall.
God, yeah,
that's like what my grandma said. You put a life alert on him to a. Oh, where's the button? Oh, do not resuscitate bracelet or something. I'm good.
Talk about a life alert, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Falling and I can't get up. Somebody help me. Call Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson's your doctor, yeah.
Damn, man. Yeah, that's... So that's when the Miami Dolphins are in one of the best and most fucked up situations of all time at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, they can win if Tua's healthy and plays his ass off. They can win the Super Bowl. They can win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they have the talent.
They can.
They got speed.
That wasn't a question.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they can win the Super Bowl. But they might be drafting a new quarterback next year.
Yeah.
And it's like that. It's like that.
They have that young guy. What is it, Skylar or something? Skylar Thomas. Thompson. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they see a lot.
He
of
ain't winning no
potential in
Super
him.
Bowl either. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he ain't. You know.
But you got the receivers.
Yeah. So, all right. We've been through most of the big quarterbacks. Been through Jalen Ramsey, Ezekiel Elliott. We're not touching on any coach this week because you know we do a coaching episode where we talk on all the new coaches. So that'll be a whole new episode. Chat. Who else you want to hear about? Adam. Who else you want to talk about, baby?
I mean, let's talk about.
You want to do Danny
Derek Carr,
Dimes?
and let's talk about
and
Jimmy
Derek
G.
Carr and Jimmy G. We're going to do these guys. All right. These matter for your fantasy team. We know there's some fantasy owners going after drafting these guys. We got to
There's
touch on them for this.
potential.
I think it should be one segment for all three of these guys because they're all the same guy to me.
No,
What?
different guys.
They're all the same guy to me. Their production and their teams they have like within one game win-loss record. Their stats will be very similar. Their QB ratings are very similar. But tell me why I'm wrong.
I'm just saying, if I was Devontae Adams, I'm pissed off.
Okay.
I ain't got a guy who could throw it that deep, accurate, all that stuff. I think it's going to be that was a bad trade.
You pissed off when you put your cleats on Sunday, but when you drive home Sunday night and live Monday through Saturday, you feeling all right because you got paid to be pissed off on Sunday.
Oh yeah, but I mean, Devontae wants to win.
Oh, no, he don't. He did not. You cannot convince me he went to the Raiders to win.
Well, he went to the Raiders to get paid. What
Yes.
he's worth.
So then, yeah. So then he ain't trying to win. You can get paid. It's very rare you can get paid and
Carr can actually
win.
throw a deep ball.
Man, I like Carr. I do
better
like
than Jimmy
Carr.
G.
I do like Carr. If I was a GM, I want Carr over Jimmy G. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, Jimmy G's a more intermediate passing, 10,
West
15
Coast
yards.
offense type guy.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Now
drink to
Aaron
that. I'll
Rodgers
drink
can
to
make
that.
it work.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right. We are both higher on Carr than Jimmy G.
Yep.
Jimmy G ain't even good looking enough to be on this show.
Oh, I don't know about that.
That shit,
Take
I know.
that spot.
I'm looking good.
He could sit on my lap. Or vice versa. I don't know. Playoffs? He's a good looking dude, man.
You got that Speedo ready for the cruise, man?
No, I do not. My wife has to pick a Speedo out for me, man.
You run out of time. Mine came in the
I
mail.
know. I was thinking about getting it from China too, so it's super cheap. Like,
Oh, you getting them Chinese? Never mind. Never mind.
yeah.
YouTube, don't dock me.
Paid in the water.
YouTube, don't dock me, baby. I ain't trying to get banned. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Bo Jones, Jimmy G has and always been mediocre. I agree. Jay Mills to my Green Bay didn't have enough money to pay Adams, Rodgers, and Jones.
Oh yeah, they did.
They
you gotta be smart about it.
but
You got to restructure and all that stuff.
But
Yeah, they could have made it
also-
work, but Rodgers is greedy as fuck.
But also, Devontae gotta know, like, it's what you're trying to do, man. You trying to get paid, or you trying to have best of both worlds. And I don't hate any man. They try to make a living. At a certain point, you're making a really good living anyway. But if you got to make a living and win, then that's a different situation, man, on these teams. A lot of quarterbacks especially, it's one of the first guys that has to, like, say, I'll take a little bit less. In college, sometimes it's the head coach will say, I'll take a little bit less so I can get the best assistants around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got to do that to win. But winning is not everything to everybody. Sometimes the
You got to
money
get
is
the
everything.
buy-in.
Yeah, sometimes the money is everything, man. So, all right. So, you think that New Orleans won the Jimmy G, Derek Carr trade?
Well, I think Derek Carr won the Derek Carr trade. Like, he screwed Oakland.
Oh,
Or
that was
not
great.
Oakland.
And then let him
Vegas.
get their
And
draft
I
picks.
loved it.
Oh, it was, oh,
I like,
yes.
no, I'm
Thank
not
you for
gonna
bringing
do
that
it.
up. The way he did that, man. Because tell him about it. Tell him about it.
Well, basically, they in his contract, he could. I mean, god damn, he would say this. In his contract, he didn't have to be. He had the no trade clause. So when they try to trade him, he's like, no, because if they're going to cut him, They have to. At this point, it's already a done deal, and they made it apparent. Like, they showed their hand. He's like, no, I'm just going to drag my feet on this. You get nothing, and you'll like it.
Yeah.
So, man,
Yeah, because
they got nothing.
They got extra.
And
They could have got compensatory picks and all that kind of stuff from New Orleans and all that stuff. And they said, nope, I'm going there anyway. Fuck y'all. And you don't get no extra picks about it. Yeah, it was great, dude. And I think New Orleans, I don't know, man. I think New Orleans, I expect them to have the same ass season they had last year.
I don't know. They still got a good defense. No. Yeah, they still got a good defense. Alvin Kamara, he'll play. Well, hopefully he'll play. And then if Mike Thomas comes back, I mean, they got some pieces.
You said a lot of ifs just now talking about New Orleans, which is why I think they had the same reason they had last year. You talking about Olave?
Olave, yeah. Yeah,
I mean, they got some pieces. They got some pieces and a good defense. And the Bucks are down. The Panthers way down. So
Atlanta,
Atlanta on the way up. I think Atlanta on the way up. The other two on the way down.
High on Atlanta.
But yeah, I think it's New Orleans' division to lose for this year, not for the long term. But I think they are the front runner for this division. All right, last but not least, the quarterback trio we talked about, Danny Dimes. I think the biggest ripoff of the year. Can I just say that? I did,
No.
so I guess I can. The biggest ripoff of the fucking year, man. The guy's all right, man. I like Danny Dimes. But, man. Bruh. I don't know. I've seen enough of him with enough different receiver core to know that he is.
What receiver core did you see him with? Slayton's his best receiver, and that guy's.
Who they got? They ain't have nobody better next year either.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, so I've seen so you know what you're getting. So why'd you pay more to get the same shit?
Yeah.
That's my point. That's why I said Jimmy G, Derek Carr, and Danny Dimes is the same person to me in this conversation because ain't none of y'all winning that Super Bowl with that. Ain't none of y'all winning a championship with that. So what are we doing? What is it you say you do here? Anybody seen Office Space? What is it you say you do here, man? I don't know. Are we trying to win Super Bowls? Are we trying to sell tickets? Are we trying to sell merch? Are we trying to just have a product on Sundays? If you ain't trying to win Super Bowls, then I can't talk, man. Because that's how I'm looking at it. You're trying to build something long term that's sustainable and competitive. Danny Dimes can win you 9 games a year every year and never win your Super Bowl. And never win your Super Bowl. If your goal is to be...
If you're in the playoffs, you have a chance.
Danny Dimes don't have a chance.
All right, so this is my thing.
Maybe it's the Herradura talking.
99% of the people agree with you. I agree with you. But I'm just playing devil's advocate. Now, you see him?
I'm ready. You got me titillated. 99% of people agree with me. I'm titillated.
All right, so if I was playing devil's advocate over here with Danny Dimes, the Giants before Dayball, and it all starts with Dayball.
I do like Dayball. Like a motherfucker.
Yeah, each year with Buffalo, Josh Allen got a little bit better. They made the key pieces around him. Saquon, good defense. They're going to improve that defense. They've improved the offensive line. They still got some work to do, but they made the playoffs. This is coming from a year before it was, 3rd and 12, and they just took a knee so they could punt. Going from that team to a playoff team to get some offensive players, we'll see. I like Dayball. Now,
I also like Dayball.
Just hitting a stride? Yeah. So I'm not going to sell out Danny Dimes. And besides, after a year or two, they cut him. I don't know. I haven't seen the contract really. So I don't know what's guaranteed. It could be like a small guarantee with a bunch, like the 5th year is loaded. So it makes the contract look super huge. I don't know too much, so I don't want to speak too much on it, but that's what I would have structured it that way. In a year or two, you get to see what you got, develop, and then cut him after year 3.
Man, there's so many things I want to say about Danny Dimes specifically. Jay Mills in the chat, shout out, agreeing with me, don't deserve that bag. But all right, if you let Danny Dimes walk, who paying him more than you just paid him?
Nobody. You cut him.
Damn, nobody
Trade him.
paying him
Trade
more
him
than
to
you just
Miami.
paid him.
Let's get
So
the
why
rid-
you gotta be on the hook in the biggest media market in the world for more money on the Duke quarterback than anybody else would have paid him anyway?
I think they still sell Eli Manning jerseys. And he looks like Eli Manning.
Eli won 2 Super Bowls and beat Brady in both of them.
Yeah.
So good on, hey, he's my hero for that. So look, all right, I made my first point. Who's paying him more than you just paid him? Nobody. Second of all, I do like Dayball a lot. I agree. Cheers, I'll drink to you on that. Dayball. I think he's a good coach. I question the judgment, though. I mean, if you're there for 15 more years, Dayball, then great. You can go through Danny Dimes and the next guy, too, and maybe win a Super Bowl if you get the next guy right. But what kind of team you got to build around Danny Dimes? Now, you could build one of the best defenses of all time and have 2 really great perimeter weapons and a good running back. They got the running back. Saquon's only 26 years old.
Yeah.
They don't have
running back
neither. Both of their wide receivers are wide receiver 2s. They don't have a strong wide receiver 1.
Oh, no.
Their defense is good, not Super Bowl championship. So you got a lot of work to do, man. And Danny Dimes, it's just hard for me to see him becoming a Super Bowl. I mean, there's always a Trent Dilfer in the world, and maybe that's what they going off of. But
Ryan Tannehill, about the same. That's who I would compare him to.
yeah, well, what's
he
Tannehill
runs
doing?
and-
I mean, I gave him a guy that won a Super Bowl. I mean, Daniel Jones is 25 years old. You know what I'm saying? But and he maybe his ceiling's good. I don't know, man. But I've seen other 25-year-old quarterbacks look a lot better than that. And I guess I saw him say, man.
Well, I mean,
I can name a bunch. Shit. Yeah. I mean, shit. How much time
We
you
just
got?
named him earlier.
Yeah.
Mahomes.
I can name a lot that's retired too. That I've seen it over history. You know what I mean? Some guys you see it in their first 4 years, you're like, right team, that guy will win it. I don't think anybody's ever looked at Daniel Jones and said, "Oh man, he just missing one piece in that defense, and that guy's gonna win it." Ain't
He's
nobody
missing
ever
a few
said that.
pieces.
Yeah, he missing his own piece. Yeah.
Evan Ingram was night and day. When you had Evan Ingram, did jack shit. Well, the first year he did good, got injured, whatever. But they traded his ass to Jacksonville. Evan Ingram balled out. So
Come on.
And Evan Ingram first year was on not Danny Dimes. That was Manning.
Come on. So, yeah. So I think all 3 of those quarterbacks in the same category, which is why they don't matter a lot to me. It matters to the teams that sign them and the fans of the teams that sign them. But I got news for any one of the teams who was quarterbacked under center by one of those 3 quarterbacks. You ain't winning shit. You ain't winning shit. You might go to the playoffs, maybe. And I hope you.
But that's your ticket. You just need a ticket.
Nah, this ain't fantasy football. No way.
I don't know.
No
You tell me that before
way.
the March Madness.
No, this ain't March
Dude,
Madness
there's no
either.
way
NFL is different. You got to
Miami and
line up
San
and
Diego
beat the better team in front of you. And hell no. And then you got to do it 3 times. Hell no. You might can do it once, maybe twice, but you ain't doing it 3 times and then the Super Bowl too. No way.
I think in playoffs, the coaching becomes better. As far as like when you got the Andy Reid that could just turn around. He has schemes for everything.
I can't. Well, Andy Reid before Mahomes came around was getting beat every year in the first round of the playoffs by the Steelers too. So no, they had to have Mahomes.
Not with the Eagles. It takes a few years.
He got one Super Bowl with the Eagles. One.
Man, we need York here.
Man, hey.
But he was always in the division.
And Bo Jones and they're saying Daniel Jones is similar to Allen. Oh, now that's a hot take. Daniel Jones is similar to Josh Allen. Folks were saying the same about Allen 3 years ago. Wow,
that was
Chad.
when he was like a rookie or second year.
I
mean, they both came out at about the same time. I think
not,
Daniel Jones might be older.
He might be older than, but yeah. Either way, they the same class or same kind of trajectory.
But that's what
I don't know.
In Dayball. It's like I think Dayball can increase little bit by little bit, but you got to get pieces.
All right. Without looking at the Giants' schedule right now, win total next year, 2023 win total for the Giants.
7. Well, I'm thinking the Eagles are going to do good. I'm thinking the Cowboys. I think Washington. I mean, Lamar.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
That's a
I'm
tough
not gonna
division
bet
too.
that. I thought I might could set up a vault bet. I'm not betting that shit at all. Yeah, I think
give
you're
over
right.
and under 7.5.
So then you missing the
about that?
playoffs. Yeah, you're missing the playoffs.
7.5. Not necessarily. That's a tough division. They can all go
Shit,
like
no.
8-8, 9-6, or whatever.
They ain't making
9-7,
shit next
9-8.
year. Hell no. You heard it here. So you want to make that bet? That's a more simple bet. Giants make the playoffs next year?
No.
Yeah, I knew.
Not in that
all right,
division.
all right.
Yeah.
Moving on. Chat. We about to wrap it up here. We've been live an hour and 3 minutes. What a great off season, man. We got a lot of work to do and a lot of homework to do. We're going to do our mock draft next week. Same time, Wednesday night. The following night, back-to-back nights, hungover as hell. We're going to be here live streaming the 2023 NFL draft with all of y'all and see how much we made sense. But don't forget, next week, y'all, we're involving the chat in the draft as well. So as we're making our picks, we're going to let the chat make their picks. And after it's all done, I'm going to make a graphic of the chat's official 2023 mock draft. We're going to put them all on social media. Maybe our chat is the smartest NFL mind out there, and it's the most accurate.
I think last year it was.
Dude, it was
Yeah,
up
last
there,
year we were
man.
on
Yeah,
it.
shit, yeah. But when our chat does their own, has their own picks on a graphic, maybe they become. Because we have a smart fucking chat, man. We have some NFL minds in this chat, man.
Or they listen to us.
I mean, you can't. Hey, you gotta give them credit. They know where to come.
So does AI.
Yes. Hey, Chat GPT. Shout out to Chat GPT in the chat, baby. What's your parting thoughts, man, for this show, man? Anything we ain't touched on that you want to talk about, man? Tell me about it.
This is in your wheelhouse. I'm excited about this weekend, A-Day. I
I forgot
the Garden
y'all.
Bowl game
Yeah,
was this
last
past
weekend. Yep.
It was a beautiful day for it. I didn't see it. Don't know anything about it.
Ooh.
And I'm excited about this weekend. I'm looking at like the quarterback competition for Alabama.
Yep.
My number one thing is the offensive line. We're supposed to be nasty, tenacious, like old school, like a few years ago, Alabama's offensive line. It's been missing for about 3 years now.
Yeah, that's the
So
thing.
that's what I'm going to be looking for. But I was going to throw it to you. It's like, how did you like, I mean, you said FSU championship and all this stuff. J-Traff or Heisman. I didn't see the game. So tell me what your thoughts on the FSU team.
Florida State needs a safety. Florida State needs a defensive end for depth, and we need one more linebacker, and we will beat everybody and be undefeated.
Okay. Do you have a strong schedule? Or is it like FSU?
Well, we open
like
up with
10 years ago?
the SEC West champion.
Okay.
We play
Like last year.
Yeah. We open up with LSU, but LSU will look a lot stronger at the end of the season they looked at
Yeah.
the beginning of the season.
A new coach.
Yeah, well, so do we, I would say, to counter that. So do we looked a lot stronger as the season went on. We dropped 3 in a row in the middle of the season, but then got in a stride. Look, Florida State has 13 good linemen, which in the last 5 years, even in 2013 when we won the national championship, we got so lucky with injury that our starting 5 never left. We had an amazing starting 5 that all went to the NFL, but our depth wasn't there. We have maybe not the top end talent, but we have so much depth. I mean, we have 13 guys competing for 5 spots. It's nuts. I mean, we are deep, and the D line is kind of the same thing. We got we need one more end. Tackles, we got 4 or 5 guys on tackles. We got Jared Verse first round grade defensive end. We got an all ACC, probably Patrick Payton on the other end. We just need some guys to spell them right. The transfer portal messed us up in that way. The same way it's benefited us. We lost a guy that we would like to have kept. But it happens that way when they get butthurt about not getting their playing time. You know what I'm saying? So, look, we're going to have one of the baddest offenses known to man. And if we can get some safety help, I mean, our safeties to be all right. But we're going to have one of the baddest offenses known to man. We got one of the deepest running back rooms in college football. We got receivers all over the place. And we got a Heisman candidate at quarterback. We're going to be all right with the best line that we've had since 2013. Since 2013.
Is he going to stay healthy?
I mean, you could ask that about anybody. It takes one hit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's injury prone.
He didn't miss no games last year.
Well, last year was the good year.
I mean, the year before, he was his first year starting. So, hey, you can always get hurt. We got 4 quarterbacks now. Where Willie Taggart didn't draft any quarterbacks and sign any quarterbacks as 2 years as a head coach. Thanks a lot, buddy. Yeah, great. Now we finally got a quarterback room again. Look, things can go against us and derail what we're doing. But right now, line me up. I'm ready to play anybody. Let's go.
Georgia?
Bring them on. Who's their quarterback?
I don't know.
Yeah, they don't either.
I was just saying Georgia. I mean,
bring them. I mean, they got
a weak-ass schedule.
Here's the thing about Florida State. Here's the one thing about Florida State. If anybody listens to me and wants to make a bet, because we are a betting podcast, here's the one thing about Florida State. If you look at high school recruiting and all that stuff, you can say a lot of teams got more 5 stars and all that kind of stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. What do you want? Do you want a 5-star true sophomore? Or do you want a Jared Verse who was not rated and playing in Division II, who's now a first-round draft pick overall?
Yeah,
what matters more?
Last year. Yeah.
Or just say
this year.
But we have a lot of that. We have a lot of guys out of 132 or 123 Division I teams. Florida State returns the most starting experience.
Yeah.
That's a big statement. It's not even top 10. It's number 1. So do you want a 5-star true freshman or a 3.5, 4-star guy that's played 5 years of fucking college football, a grown-ass man with hair on his nuts on the other side? You know what I mean? Who do you really want?
So you in high school you didn't have hair.
You got to do that. You got to give him the cup. You know what I mean? You got to turn ahead and cough. You know what I'm saying?
Apparently, it took Paul 4 years of college to get hair in his nuts.
Hey, I'm compensating for it now. I just won't cut any hair. Anywhere it grows, I won't shave it. If you look at me, you can tell I won't shave anything, man.
No, but that's actually a kudos to you as far as like, and this is what I was saying. It's the buy-in. It's keeping the players 1 extra year or something, and that's usually what teams like a Michigan of last year or something like, where like, yeah, we're young this year, a little bit better next year, but next year they're going to be like juniors and seniors, whatever, and they can actually make a good run, make a playoffs. But that's why I see FSU. I think it's a good buy-in. It's a testimony to the coaching staff,
the program, the new regime, bro.
Yeah. The only thing I would say is watch out for. I can tell a difference between Norvell and the offensive coordinator. They're 2 different play callers, and during the season that could trip you up a little bit.
Norvell calls the plays.
Well, against LSU, I guarantee that was very scripted, and I would almost say that was more of your offensive coordinator, like, just keep it going. And then I think the second half, it was almost more Norvell.
Norvell's a great play caller. But all that aside, let me put it to you like this, because injuries can happen.
He's a gambler.
Injuries can happen to anybody. Well, now, I do not like his situation, though. I like what he schemes up. I do not like him going forward on 4th down as much as he does. So if you want to talk about that, then that's my knock on Norvell. He goes for too much on 4th downs. But you take a healthy J. Trav for 1 game. Who do you want over him in the nation?
A lot of people. I just want more
over
talent.
J. Trav.
Yeah, he's a small guy.
I said in 1 game.
I don't care. He's a small guy. I want somebody almost like a Trevor Lawrence kind of guy, like tall in the pocket. I mean, honestly,
You talking about a generic build, and then if you make it a Madden character, I want names.
Well, I mean, I would have taken Bryce Young as far as the same build
That
and stuff
motherfucker
last
was
year.
little as hell. They got the same build.
I'm just saying, I think Bryce Young is supremely more arm talent than
He's not in
Jay
college
Trav.
right now. That's cute as a Bama
okay.
homer, but this year, who you want besides Jay Trav?
I actually have to do more research this year on college football. I haven't done
I mean, you
much.
could say Caleb Williams.
I would like
you
to
might
see the
could say
A game.
Drake May.
I don't like Drake May.
Well, I like Drake May. There ain't nothing else on that fucking
I don't
team.
like him that much.
I like
But,
Caleb
I mean,
Williams. He's going to be the
he
number
has
one pick
moxie.
next year. No shit. I mean,
Yeah,
Caleb
I'd say
Williams will
Caleb-
be number
yeah,
one pick.
yeah.
So you can name
I
like
don't know
two
if
or
he'll be
three
number one,
players.
but-
You could go
Yeah.
like exhaust. You could go deep into your own list and name 3 players, maybe 4. But then you're saying he's a top 5 QB in college football.
I don't. Yeah.
So good. Let's roll with it.
I'm
Let's
not
beat
knocking
everybody.
on him.
Come on, we
I've
coming.
complimented FSU. You don't have to take everything so slided. I just
Oh,
think
it's
he's
not
a small
slide. I
guy
was trying
that's
to-
injury prone.
I'm trying to give you a little dose of knowledge so that when the season goes on, you don't look blindsided when we win the national championship.
Maybe I take Anthony Richardson.
Hey, if you want to go by measurables, that's your guy. That's your guy right there, man. He's a big,
No.
strong motherfucker.
Yeah. There's QBs out there. I know Texas has 2 of them, right?
I mean, it looked better
They had
than
Manning, and they had that last one. What's his name? Yeah, I'd have to do some college football research just to get the names back in my head.
Well, this was a pro show.
Been a long
It is
off-season.
off season. We're not in mid-season form, yo. We're not even regular season form. It's the off season. And next week, we're releasing our mock draft. It's a big deal. It's the 2nd annual 100 proof mock draft. If you want to know all the people that go on your favorite team, who they're drafting, if you want to know who's going number 1 overall, what the top 5 looks like, you come tune into this channel next week, same back time, same bat channel, on 100 proof at 100 proof football on YouTube, and we're doing it. And then we will tune in live the following day. The following day during the draft, and we'll be right here live streaming the draft with you to see who's right. But don't forget to chat. You have an important role to play next week in the mock draft. So
Get hype.
get
your
hype,
staying on.
get hype, man. Get your drink on and let me know where all these players are going, man.
Buy a suitcase of beer.
We back, baby. We fucking back, man.
Oh, yeah.
You thought you'd get rid of us? Nah, man. We just had to take a minute and stretch our legs. You know what I'm saying? Scratch our
We're
ass.
herpes.
And now
Sometimes we
we're
go
back.
away for a little bit.
Yeah, but
We'll be
you
back.
ain't never getting rid of us. That's it. I drink to being herpes. Cheers to 100 proof herpes.
100 proof herpes.
From the Rocky Mountains of Utah down to the Panhandle of Florida. This has been 100 Proof Football. We'll see you next week. May all the women be satisfied. May all your hockey, baseball, softball, cricket parlays come through, because it ain't football season right now. And if you're betting on any women's sports, put your money on the men. That's where it's going right now. All right. See you next time. We out.